Welcome back to the Faceless News Network. In a stunning turn of events, Julian Assange, the controversial founder of WikiLeaks, has finally set foot in Australia again after more than a decade of legal battles. So his plane touched down in Canberra on Wednesday, marking the end of a 14-year saga that has captivated the world. So that's Assange. As you can see, he seems quite happy with a bold smile, and obviously this has been a long battle. I hope the rest of the world is as happy as he is. Assange's journey to freedom began in an unlikely place, a courtroom in Saipan, the US Pacific territory. It was where he struck a plea deal with US prosecutors, pleading guilty to espionage charges related to the leak of US military secrets. The judge, Ramona Manglona, sentenced him to time he had already served in the UK while fighting extradition. With those words, Assange was finally free. There's no greater freedom than hearing such news that you're finally free because you've served the sentence. So the courtroom scene was emotional, of course. Assange, flanked by his legal room and Australia's ambassador to the US, listened intently as the judge read out the terms of the deal. He expressed his belief that the charges against him contradicted First Amendment rights, but acknowledged that his actions encouraging sources to leak classified information could be seen as illegal. So that's him right there, looking as fresher than he went in. Of course, I mean, not fresher than he went in, but from the time he served, it's been such a battle, and obviously he's got a smile now, which is really very, very good for the family. I think they are quite happy. The wife is really excited. The plea deal also came with a condition: Assange must destroy any classified information in WikiLeaks' possession. So any information that they hold, they must destroy. This condition underscores the delicate balance between transparency and security in a digital age. Again, those are the conditions. But do you really think this man is going to destroy that information? Because he seems very strong in his conviction over what he was doing. He's not one of those people who are afraid of the US. He's not, and he's proved it over the years. He's been very, very vehement. In Australia, the Prime Minister Anthony Albanese welcomed Assange's return, saying the case had dragged on for too long. And so he says in his own words, regardless of your views about Assange, Mr. Assange, there is nothing to be gained from his continued incarceration. Albanese remarked, highlighting the Australian government's support for a positive outcome in the case. So that's a good thing from the Australian government. They stood up for him. Assange's release has been met with mixed reactions. His supporters, who see him as a champion of transparency and free speech, celebrated the decision. His wife Stella expressed her relief on social media, while Assange's lawyer Jennifer Robinson called it a historic day. Indeed, it's historic. Fidel Navas, a former Ecuadorian diplomat who had granted Assange asylum in London, shared his joy, noting the precedent this case sets. Julian is free and the world is a much better place today, he said, although he acknowledged the chilling effect this case might have on future whistleblowers. And that's what I said before. Is this man really going to give in? And if he does, many people will be afraid. If he releases, if he agrees to hold back data, what's that going to be? Is it going to allow more whistleblowers, or is it going to scare them off? So that's something that we are trying to understand. Assange's return to Australia is the closing chapter of a long and arduous journey that saw him spend years in the Ecuadorian embassy in London and in a UK high security prison. So his case has sparked global debate about freedom of the press, government transparency, and the limits of whistleblowing. Definitely, this brought up so many things. It brought up so much that we have to rethink. As Julian Assange steps into the next phase of his life, the world watches closely, reflecting on the profound implications of this case. Thank you for watching the news. This is FNN, and we will continue to keep you updated on the developments of this story.